Daikin has just completed 100 years of successful business. So today we are at Daikin's Dubai headquarters office to meet Mr. Sanjeev Maheshwari, General Manager of After Sales and Refrigeration at Middle East and Africa region. So let's get to know him and let's get the secret behind their 100 years of success. Hello, Mr. Sanjeev.
Hi.
So how are you doing today?
Very good.
Thank you so much for having us here at Daikin's Middle East office. It's a remarkable office. Thank you so much for having us.
Welcome.
So, Mr. Sanjeev, you have worked in Daikin for more than 2 decades, or if I can particularly or specifically say it's 23 years. So, I want to know about your journey.
I arrived in Dubai in 2002. Since then, I'm with Daikin. Yeah, it's 23 years, a bit long. I've seen Dubai kind of transforming. I started my journey, I was young. I came when I was 25. Started as a field service engineer in Daikin, after sales department. And of course, since then, over the years, I assumed different responsibilities in UAE or in the regional level. That's a bit about it. If we talk about, today, where I see myself or what I'm doing today is more taking care of products apart from after sales division. And also I'm responsible for new businesses at the moment in Daikin.
So you have seen all the changes, like 23 years back you started in a different department and now you're here for after sales.
Indeed. Seen a it started with few people, let's say. And today we have, I can say 750 or now 800 plus
that's amazing.
people in this region, Daikin group.
So if we talk about Daikin as a brand, as an identity now, so Daikin has just completed 100 years. And completing 100 years is, I can say, is a very big thing because Daikin doesn't just completed 100 years, it thrived successfully. So I want to know the secret behind this, like what they have been doing that they completed this 100 years in such a massive and successful way.
I think Daikin has 2 main strengths, which I can talk about it, of course, which makes Daikin today where we stand today as a leading HVAC manufacturers globally. As you know, it's a Japanese company, and I think it starts from Japan 100 years ago. The core philosophy core philosophy is the reason behind of the success, I must say. And those are not different, but I can say they are the ingredient of success where we stand today. Our chairman even had a very specific vision. The first one, Daikin truly believes in a people-centered management. So people is around the success, and cumulative growth of the people is the growth of the company. That's a true belief from the headquarters. Then, of course, coupled with the foresight management, so make sure the changes are anticipated, and also setting the long-term goals, not on the short-term basis year on a year. I think these are the few elements, of course there are many, which sets Daikin apart.
So as you just mentioned about philosophy, so if we look at Daikin, everywhere they have the philosophy of perfecting the air. So when you look at it, it seems very poetic, but you have no idea what it feels or what it means when it's implemented at the company. So can you tell me, like, how do you implement this philosophy of perfecting the air in the company?
I think it's linked to what I just said.
Yeah.
So, and you ask, this is not what we do today. It's a legacy of 100 years. And Daikin sets apart that I think Daikin is the only company in this air conditioning. We are truly and only focused in our air conditioning business. Means we really invest all our resources, energy and development around the air. This is one part. Second part, when we say perfecting the air, I mean, for customer, perfecting the air is of course comfort, reliability, but apart from that, having efficiency and also least environment impact. These are become synonyms, today, especially for the new generation. So coming together, that is what Daikin really focuses and make sure the air which we get is, of course, highest quality at the right price at the right time.
So as you are here for Middle East and Africa region, so we are famous across the globe for having very extreme weather conditions. So I want to know how Daikin adapted its products and services for this region in this extreme climate.
Innovation is the core of Daikin. Let's say it's a DNA of Daikin, being a Japanese company, and there is truly a focus on that. And as a global company, we have 160 countries plus where we supply the product, including Middle East Africa. And as you very well said, this is extreme temperature conditions where reliability becomes a very, very crucial and important. So, if as we talk about Daikin, what we have done, our core technologies which we have developed over the years has been adopted and optimized, and the product has been optimized for this region. Take an example, the inverter, which is in a way, Daikin was the first one to really bring inverter technology to the products. And today we have inverters, we have refrigerant R32, you might have heard, which is probably in the current condition the most environment friendly. With these kind of solutions, you not only optimize the product which can operate in these high ambient conditions, on the other side you can really save with such technologies a big saving on the electricity cost. So given an example, if you go 10 years back, today the products which Daikin is supplying to the customers, 40 to 50% more energy efficient. So this is something which I think is setting us apart.
So setting you apart is, as you just mentioned, about the word of comfort for all the people. So I want to know what the word of total comfort reflects in Daikin's entire philosophy and its services.
If you see from customer perspective, I mean, we should not talk on a comfort means it's a really comfort for the customer. So I talk about the products what we have, which is for customer, they want reliable products. I mean, you don't want to see the product failing when you have a 50-degree outside.
Obviously,
it's no more kind of, no more what you call it, luxury. It's a necessity. So this is something, one part. But what we realize over the years, customers are also looking for beyond product. They are looking for an integrated solutions from the suppliers and manufacturers. So what Daikin has integrated a solution approach with the products, where depend on the customer needs, we go beyond. Take an example of connecting this with the cloud, where customer can see everything they like to see. They would like to see long-term agreement on the maintenance. They would like to see customers has a different needs. So in the solution, the product could be still same coming from factory with some change to the market need, but the solution around it you can build to fulfill individual customer need. And that's what we mean when we say it's a total comfort to the customer.
So as you mentioned in your first question about your after sales as your main role, and you have been working in that field. So after sales is something that can either make a customer or you will lose a customer for forever. So what Daikin sets apart in the after service part?
Indeed, that I have been in this role initial part of my career, and I think as you highlighted with the extreme weather conditions, this becomes much more important.
Exactly.
After sales service, and I have experienced over the period. And thanks to Daikin, again, core policies as a Japanese company where customer is at the center, we have localized. I mean, you can bring the products, you can manufacture in the different location, but after sales, you have to give to the location where customer resides. And for that, Daikin has set it up various offices, service centers, and let's say complete after sales setup to take care of customers. In that, I mean, very recently, maybe to summarize, this has been done. We did a 360-degree approach for customer. This means not only, I mean, what customer needs in after sales. They would like to make sure this machine runs or product runs and solution runs. They are connected, so you are connected digitally somewhere. These, if needs an upgrade over the period of time, with the today's change, few years customer doesn't want to see you. We are changing, the interiors of our house, right? So this is not different for the equipments. They want to see the upgrades. What is the new technology coming today? I just mentioned 10 years ago was not the same. But how can we as a Daikin can make sure customer doesn't need to do the replacement if the product life cycle for 20 years, how best the customer can get out of it. So we really do, you can call upgrade, you can call refurbishment, but this is a dedicated department to take care of this. So absolute comfort, reliability, but also optimizing the energy costs, things like that. The product can come from different part of the world, but services has to be local. And this is one of the core strategy of Daikin, to be close to the customer and local. So we established various offices within the Middle East and GCC countries where you have after sales service offices, service centers, and so on, where you take care of maintaining customers' equipment, connecting them to the net. Now you can know in advance what's happening. Then you can go to the level where you like to make sure that customer needs the repairs, spare parts, all this is part of it. And eventually at the end of the life, the customer wants to make sure that it is replaced with the equal and a better products.
So this is very interesting because customers obviously when they buy such a product, they want it to work. And if it's not working, they want like immediate solution. Someone to come to their house or to come to their residency and do the upgrade or like in 1 hour maximum. So I want to ask about the customer feedback, because I believe that when you go out to buy any product, at that time the feedback is very limited because you don't know the product. Mm-hmm. But once you use it, once it has like some problems or any kind of problems, so when you go for the after sales changes or refurbishment or change any spare parts, that is when the customer can exactly explain the concerns. So I want to know about that feedback from the customers.
Customer feedback is at most important, right? You take some actions, and as a company we want to take best actions, but there is always can be a gap, and we should not be shying away from that. That the only thing which sets you apart. So really understanding the customer needs and the gap we have and fix it. So really we have a various channels for that, to accept or to receive the feedback from customer. I mean, we have the contact centers where customer can reach out to us. You have social media platforms. We have direct contacts. So all that makes where customer can reach out and then really find. There is different level of escalation metrics. There is KPIs. This is a very standard practice we have in place.
So on a personal level, what makes you so much passionate about this industry? There should be something that kept you stuck with Daikin and with this industry for like 23 years. So I want to know what is you are more passionate about?
It's a very good question. I think there's one thing resonate. If you are here for me, one thing resonate here, which kept me, clicking in me, is the growth and the growth mindset. So if you see an external and internal environment, I think for me that's what makes you different. Growth is not necessarily, you grow for position. It's a growth means you see around you things are growing, and that keeps you motivated. If I see Daikin in this region, in the last 20 years been phenomenal for us. We have been probably late entrants in the market, but today Daikin is recognized as a prominent brand.
So thank you so much, Mr. Sanjeev, for sharing your insights. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.